Okay, hi everybody. Dr. Mary Rensel here with Dr. Rashmi Schramm. Nice to see you.
It's great to see you. Thank you so much.
So you are a doc and you're a coach, and you help people experience mindfulness in their coaching. Tell me more. Like, how did you get into this?
Yeah, I do. I'm a meditation teacher and a mindfulness teacher. And so it's one of my favorite things in the world. And really, I got into it several years ago because I was, personally myself feeling a lot of the effects of kind of chronic stress. And so I was feeling really overwhelmed. I was feeling overworked, and I was beginning to suffer with some physical symptoms as well, some GI issues, and daily migraines, difficulty sleeping. I mean, kind of we all have either known someone or, certainly have experienced this. My kids were really little. And so as time went on, I just started to get worse and worse. And eventually, because I really couldn't tolerate a lot of the medications that I was trying, I tapped into meditation, which I had tried a little bit in college and hadn't done at all for, 15 years or something. And as I started to dabble in that, initially it was really because I saw some data that showed how significantly improved people were with migraine headaches with meditation. I started to look at that. And in fact, it did help me with my migraines, but it also helped me sleep better. And it also just, it was sort of like the snowball effect that kind of kept going. And so when I found sort of a group to meditate with, and when I found a meditation teacher, it really started to go deeper for me. And that's how I got started. And that's why wonderful. I do what I do. Yeah.
Right. What a tool. I love that tool that people could tap into. What do you think is the best way to learn it? In a group or like with a coach, or what do you think? What do you recommend for folks?
There are so many apps out there right now, especially if anyone is interested in meditation. I think they can start there. Calm, there's Insight Timer, there's of course Headspace. There's so many good ones. Chopra also has an app. That's always for me like a kind of that's what I generally recommend for folks, particularly patients if I'm seeing them and I don't have very much time. And so that's a great way to dip your toes into things, right? But obviously, if you want to make that a daily habit, then I think finding either a group or finding a teacher, that's really where the daily habit can be established. And then you can really just take off from there. And so that's why I teach meditation to groups as well as I do one-on-ones as well.
That's so neat. Yeah, that's very neat. So your coaching always includes meditation?
It usually includes at least some aspect of meditation. And so the folks who are coming to me sort of already know that, but there's never anything dogmatic about it. And there's never anything that's forced. It's just in my coaching package. And so I have never had anyone not take me up on it yet.
Yeah. And I think it's something like, do you think people have to do it every day, or what do you recommend for folks? Meditation.
Yeah. If you look at the studies, when you start to see the real benefits of it, it's really an everyday thing, right? Like, you know this about new habits. And so what I tell them is, it can be 5 minutes a day, but it really does need to be every day, at least initially.
Right. I love the habit book say like, you can miss one day if you have to, but don't miss 2 days. Cause then all of a sudden you're like, well, now I'm not a meditator anymore. Like you have to identify like, I'm a meditator. Like you just even say it. If you don't even believe it, just say it. And your brain will be like, oh, we're meditators now. Now I meditate, So there are some tricks to getting yourself into some new habits, which I think is great. Like to identify as that, because what does a meditator look like? I suppose we all have preconceived notions. It's probably anyone could do it, right? Yeah.
That's right. It's for everyone.
And any age. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. And I love those tools that don't really require a lot of tools or anything. You can do it without anything, right? You could do it if you have a phone or not. You could just, even if you don't have an app, you could just sit and relax and
that's it. Centered. You just need two things is what I teach them. You need to sit down and you need to close your eyes. That's it. That's literally, those are the only two things you need.
Nice. And there's no wrong way. Is that fair?
There's no wrong way. There's no wrong
Yeah.
way. I mean, I teach two really easy ways to meditate, right? Because when it becomes effortless for people, that's when we know that it's sticky for them, and that's when it's fixed. And so it's sometimes helpful to invest some time initially to dive into a kind of a proven, centuries long method that you can kind of slipstream into. But there's no wrong way to meditate. That's exactly right.
I love it. Okay. So gosh, it'd help you with, your feeling, how you felt physically and mentally and energy probably. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And, and then I bring in a discussion of spirituality because as a holistic coach, I talk about mind, body, spirit in the context of environment. And that's really what Ayurveda is as well. And, I used to shy away from even talking about spirituality because a lot of people assume that it means religion. And, what I explain to people when I ask them these questions or when we're trying to explore it is really, are they feeling connected? Is there a higher sense of purpose? And that can really bring us a lot of joy and love and peace in our lives if we live with a particular spiritual connection that's right for us. And so, yeah, I think mind, body, spirit, and my environment benefited for sure and still continue to benefit.
Especially the kids. Oh, I can only imagine how cute they are meditating, right? Right.
Oh, yes. Well, I have teenage girls. They're 14 and 16, and they will meditate exactly when they want to meditate, which is exactly when their mom wants them to meditate. And so
that is normal.
The teenage brain is going to just be the teenage brain. And I just give them a lot of space and a lot of love and no judgment and, know that they're going to come around. I mean, they've definitely meditated with me multiple times, but if I start to expect it, no.
So give people some room, but they're going to do it, and be a good model. We know that they're watching. Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, thank you for all that you do, and stay well and keep at it. This is good stuff.
Thank you.